Welcome everybody. And let's do our breathing. Place your feet comfortable distance apart, hands on your lower abdomen, lips slightly sealed and teeth gently meshed together. Allow your eyes to close. And begin focusing on deep, relaxed breathing. As you breathe in, feel your abdomen go out. And as you breathe out, feel it come back in. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Be relaxed. With each breath, begin to imagine a cascade of relaxation flowing down your body from the top of your head all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Feel your face and jaw relax. Neck and shoulders relax. Chest and upper back relax. Shoulders and arms feel heavy. Stomach and lower back relax. Feel that flow of relaxation through your waist, into your hips, through your thighs and the backs of your legs. Allow your knees to soften. Feel your calf muscles relax. Your ankles relax. And the bottoms of your feet relax. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Be relaxed. The next time that you breathe out, open your eyes, lower your hands, and we'll begin our postures. So let's start with number 1, embracing horse. Separate the feet shoulder width apart. You know the drill. Toes turned in a little bit. Bend the knees sitting back. Don't let the hips or knees jut forward as you bend. You're going to sit back, circle the arms back, circle the arms forward, and continue focusing on deep, relaxed breathing. And just a reminder, if you find yourself accustomed to closing your eyes during this posture, try to challenge yourself to keep them open. It's a soft gaze, but your eyes stay open, relaxed eyelids and forehead, and your gaze is basically somewhere out in the front between your fingers. transition to posture number 2, rock a wild horse, middle stance. Bring the feet in a little bit closer together, but same alignment otherwise. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Try not to rush those movements. We may not have time to exactly get to 20 seconds for up, 20 seconds for down and backwards, but that's roughly what we're going for. So I'm not going to do a full 20 seconds, but do kind of take your time with these. And 2, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Small stance. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the knees rounded out and go down only as far as you can without the feet starting to shift around. Inhale. Exhale. Now lower the arms. Same thing again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Wide stance. Back to shoulder width. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Soften, relax, and sink. Very good. Inhale. Exhale. Excellent. Posture number 3, playing guitar. Separate the feet shoulder width apart. Let's begin with the right toes out at a wide angle, 60 degrees. Shift the weight into the right. Don't let the knee collapse. Circle the arms back, circle the arms forward, and set the left heel down. Right hand approximately that left elbow. And release. Shake it up. And other side. Left toes out. Shift the weight into the left. Circle the arms back and around. Set the right heel forward. Posture number 4, compass. Separate the feet shoulder width apart or a little bit wider in this instance if that's comfortable for you. And up. Keep the shoulders down though. Don't let the shoulders shrug up into your ear. And to the left. Lean. Let gravity help you relax into this rather than using your abs to pull yourself down. And down with the left foot. And shift the weight to your heels, reach forward with the hands, straightening out your back. And down over the right. And roll up. Arch back. And roll out. And back up. And other side. Lean. Very good. And down over the right. Nice rounded, connected feeling in those arms. Palms facing the floor and fingers pointing towards each other. And reach forward. Shift the weight to your heels. Try to straighten those knees. Imagine someone like me is pulling on you. And down on the other leg. Roll up and back. And roll out. And up. And release. And just a quick look at that last leaning back. Like, what is that? So what we're trying to not have is pinching, like doing a back bend, where it's my back that's bending backwards. What I'm trying to do is keep my tuck. I've got my arms up, and I'm going to bend my knees, lift through my chest, so this part of my back stays about the same. So as I come up, notice I don't pinch my low back. I'm bending, keeping my knees rounded out and bending my knees And I'm keeping my head suspended. I'm not letting my neck pinch. So that this feels neutral versus this. See the difference? This versus this. This is not what we're doing. So we're trying to protect, keep that embracing horse type back support, even though we're going in the opposite direction. So it's, as senior head instructor Fig says it so well, it's an opening stretch through the whole front of the body, not a compression of the vertebrae in the low back. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Number 5, double dragon leap from C. Feet shoulder width apart. And let's go ahead and step forward with the left foot into a short walking lunge. And then fold down for that stretch. And form a circle with your hands. Push with the back leg as you come up and inhale. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, up. You should have more weight or pressure on the front foot now, and now press that weight with the front foot to initiate the movement to fold down, and the weight goes back into that bent back leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale. And release. Switch sides. Step forward to the right. And fold down for that stretch. Form a circle with your hands. And inhale, pushing with that back leg, transferring the weight to the front foot. And now shifting that weight to the back foot as you fold forward and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And release. Beginner students, anyone want to take a guess at what number 6 is?
Rhinoceros gazes at me.
That is correct. Rhinoceros gazes at the moon. So, shoulder width apart or a little wider. Sit back, bend those knees, circle the arms back and around, put the left hand on top. And begin rotating to the left slowly, keeping your hips, knees, and feet where they are. Don't let them shimmy or shift. Relaxed neck, gazing out, up under the arm towards your hand. Center. This time right hand on top. To the right. Center. Other side. center. Last one, other side. Center. Release. Okay. Posture number 7, rising tiger. Remember, keep your tuck. Without your tuck, it's just a split stretch, which is awesome, but it is not riding the tiger. So keep those crouchy knees. Keep that tuck, head suspended, and go ahead and start stepping out. Push off. Other side. And begin. And push off. Other side. And begin. The weight should be evenly distributed between the front and the back, sinking down instead of shifted forward or back. And push off. Other side. And begin. And push off. Shake out. It's completely normal if you feel like there's one side that's easier or more comfortable than the other side. The side that is more difficult and less comfortable is probably the side that would appreciate hanging out there a little bit or checking in and practicing that. For me, for sure, that's my right hip. With all the surgeries I've had on my right knee, this hip is a clogged mess, and it does not feel super good when it's the back knee in the back leg, but I know it's good for me. And after I do 2 or 3 reps, it starts to loosen up a little bit. So just know the side that's like, I hate this so hard, is probably the side that will benefit the most from it. Yes, sir.
When you're trying to progress, is a longer hold better or more repetition better?
This one you definitely don't want to overdo too many repetitions.
Right.
I would say the pushing it would be by sinking a little lower or stepping a little longer, more reps or pushing it, or extending the amount of time that you hang out there. And it just, to me, I get more mileage from the sink than I do from the split. But just listen to your body. Good question. All right, number 8, Phoenix spreads wings. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Maybe you've got 4 or 5 inches between your toes, but they are turned in a little bit so the outside edges of those feet are parallel. And same thing, bend the knees, head suspended, and let the arms come up, around and back. change direction, back, up, and over. And release.
The breathing pattern.
Just relaxed breathing, that's correct. So if you didn't hear the question, there's not a specific breathing pattern for that one, the answer is just breathe in a relaxed, continuous way, don't hold your breath. But yeah, it's not, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale,
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm sure that's a welcome from me for everybody. All right, posture number 9, hit the tiger. And we're gonna go to the right first. And step out. And push off. Same side again. Step out. Push off. Do one more on this side. And step out. Push up. Good work. Other side. And go. Push off. Again. Push off. Last one. Go ahead, step out. Good push off. Nice work. Very good.
Bending forward or?
Good question. So the bending forward is going to depend on how low you're going. So if I were going to do what I call a tall and small, hit the tiger, I'm definitely not going to do this. It's going to be more of a rotate, and it's not even really a lean. Now, sometimes people will see a lean, and I see what people are observing, but that's when somebody is like CK2 on the front of the book is basically sitting on the floor. So the lower that you go, to take the weight out of your knees, you sit back, and by sitting back without falling forward, falling backward, you lean, you fold forward proportionally. So the taller I am, the less fold or bend there is, and then the lower I go, the more I have to fold a little bit so that I don't sit back and fall backwards. But what it is not, it's not a bend over here, because if I do that, I lose my tuck. So this is not hit the tiger, but it is snake creeps down, this little figurine guy. And he's sitting pretty upright, which is a little bit different than what we're doing in They Come. But you can see his seat is behind where his knees are. So what we're not doing is like a side lunge, where we're, all the weight is in his leg, and spinning and turning and bending. It's sitting with my hips square, or a little bit actually that way, sitting back behind my knees to here. And then depending on how low I go will dictate if I have to lean forward at all to help with that balance. Good question. All right. Number 10, owl turns head. And really give yourself the opportunity to feel the space between your shoulders and your neck. So I'm not forcefully like grinding my shoulders down so I feel muscle tension. But I am letting gravity pull these down, and I'm imagining that invisible string lifting my head to give a nice space. Try not to let your chin jut out as you rotate. Keep it tucked, and begin rotating to the left. When you get as far as you can, don't force it, but you can look a little farther with your eyes. And to the center, slowly. And other side. Center. Other side. Center. And to the right, last time. Center. Excellent. Straighten the legs. Lower the hands. Circle the arms up. Inhale. And press the palms down to exhale. And any last questions before we bow out? All right, so we're going to keep your eye on your inbox. If you've not seen the graduation paperwork or email go out yet, paperwork, can't remember when you said it was due. It's usually due by tomorrow, but I'll take it when you give it to me, but the sooner it is, the happier it will make me as I administratively go through putting everything together. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, you can let any one of us know. And with that, let's go ahead and bow out. We follow 5 hearts: faith, respect, perseverance, patience, and humility. Now to advanced, intermediate, and beginner level students, students at home, basic training is dismissed. Good job, everybody. If you are staying for black sash training, get a drink, shake it out, and think of a posture you would like to take a look at. I know, it's full black.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay. any desire to a posture or two?
Miss Payne said she wanted to do the most painful one.
Who said that?
Miss Payne.
Oh.
She didn't say that.
The most painful one is gonna vary depending on the person.
I just gave you credit.
Trouble with different tiger,
Pick a
I said you
tiger.
wanted to do the most.
especially since Master Gohring demonstrated it last week.
Yes.
So it was obvious that he was doing it totally different than I was.
You know, but this is why his name is on the door though, right? Right? So, what, do you remember anything in particular about what was
Yes.
so mind-blowing?
When he starts out, he really sinks
Correct.
down this leg.
Yes.
And in his case, he went way down.
Correct.
And then this leg came out.
Yes.
And then.
Correct. So, you've heard me say we're trying not to fall into that. His was a more detailed description of how not to do that or why not to do that. So, and I went over a little bit in like what we do in Chen style Tai Chi, because the stances are wider. How do you get those wide stances and you sink, which gives you more space to set that leg. And, you know, I don't have the knees that Master Gohring does, but what it is by sinking, it's like, this is difficult to stay on this leg. But if I sink, actually that's the wrong foot placement, there we go. This, I'm still on this leg and it lets me securely put this. Then I can shift my hips this way and then I can sit my hips back. And,
I'm missing that shift when I get my.
well, let's try to get it.
Yeah, I'm missing that shift, so this is a good one to practice.
All right. So again, yes, that's very good. So the arms are gonna help with the balance. I'm gonna sink and put my foot out. And then I'm gonna shift and sit back. So the hips make an arc. Very much like if you're in intermediate advanced, like what they do with snake creeps down. We're in single whip. Do this. The hips go this way. Then the hips sit back this way. And then they turn this way. So the hips make a pivot, very much like they do in this. Try it. Yes, yes. Sit up a little bit more, Mr. Schwinn, but that's it. You got it. Huh? Yes, sir.
The toes, when we're here, what direction are we, the toes facing? Okay, right hand, watch it.
It's okay if it goes out a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I can't see the ball on my left side.
That's okay, everyone's got a side. Everyone's got a side.
That burns.
Yeah, so, and with that posture, that distance, you wouldn't fall too much. Yeah, that looks good. Uh-huh. And the sensation, which is really hard to describe, it's like if you had a slippery banana peel or something under the foot that's gonna step out, it's like whoop, you know, it's that bending that lets it stick out now, and just make sure this knee doesn't collapse, and it stays rounded out. Yeah, so that's right for me. Here, here. And notice I'm leaning, but I'm not bending too far forward. It's hard, and it's very challenging. I am definitely 13 years into this, I'm still working on mine, so you don't feel like it's like, set it, forget it, you get it. It takes time. Hips and shoulders more towards the front. And if you can, oh no, you are sitting back, that's good. Yeah. I think what's happening for you is, this is splitting hairs, but when you're putting your foot out, your hips are going with it. And instead of hips here. Then,
Okay, I guess the reason I was doing that is to emphasize that the hips do shift that way
they
to
do,
get back to where you're sitting down.
that's true, but Master Gohring, if you remember, his hip stayed here to here. Then he shifted, and then he sat back. It'll change the foundation up a little bit.
That last one shifted.
And then sit back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I was doing it. I think I was making an adjustment or something.
Okay. Good.
That last one shifted.
The last little shift.
Yeah, we go out, and then you shift.
Yes.
I wasn't getting that.
It gives you a little more room, you know? Yeah. Very good, Mr. Swin.
I get down there, but I can't come back up. That's the way I went down.
Can you step a little long, maybe?
No, it's just, my knees won't let me come up.
Have those days. But if you find yourself that you can't get up, you may have stepped even just an inch or two
Okay.
too wide. Okay. Hip.
Hmm.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Right.
And when I'm
One-
using this
one-
thing
one
here,
width of the
here,
foot.
That's when
Make all the difference.
Okay.
Reach too far.
And the front, the other side's a lot easier.
Yep, everyone's got
That's why I'm
sides.
doing this side.
And this one would go this side instead of up here.
Thank you.
Yep,
Third zone.
it does.
Let you know when you're going too far.
The what?
It lets you know when you're
It
going
does
too
let
far.
you know if you go too far. In a variety of ways. It's either you get stuck, something burns, something cramps. Hopefully nothing pops.
I'm busy all the time, that's the problem.
Feel that. Thank you.
Everyone falls down.
Good, Dr. Gohring. Very good. So, I guess I needed when you get here.
Do you look down or?
It actually is looking kind of down your stripes a little bit,
Oh.
without doing,
Yeah.
but yes, it's down, kind of over the shoulder in the direction of the stripes down your waist.
Okay.
Good question. Don't overdo it, don't blow any hips out. Yes, sir.
You're saying down the stripes, if I put my foot too far back, because I'm not looking at my stripes. Oh, boy.
You don't have to go far, you don't have to go far, like that, not
Tall
full,
and small.
full tilt, yep, tall and small. Yeah, that's correct. Well, so you're,
That looks good.
it does, you can sit up just a little bit, but that, it looks
No,
really
it's
good.
I had forgotten what he said about the singing. Yeah, I never sunk in, I mean, no pun intended.
No, it didn't for me either.
And I'm not doing it straight and
There you
turn.
go. See, it's not, your face isn't there, but you're just kind of looking in that direction down towards.
Mm.
there.
That's
Does that
straight
make
and turn
sense?
makes it
So
easier.
shoulder to the foot
Correct, so it's,
alignment.
yep. You know, I mean, I'm not here. I'm
Okay.
just in that direction.
Like your foot placement,
That
I
way,
need to work
kind
on
of over
Okay.
in front of my shoulder. Does that make
This has
sense?
been, this has always been the most fun.
30 seconds. I'm imagining people, they might have like nice warmth in their hips, or they might be just angry at
Yeah,
this
I'm
point.
trying to loosen them
Well,
up.
I'm trying to-
Getting
A
on
little bit more
over.
than warmth.
Yeah,
My boys are saying, hey, what are you doing?
and if you,
They don't have the mic.
the way you can, you know, another stretch that you can do to help this, that'll also help you understand how far out, like how far does my leg go? I have to support myself, because my surgical knees don't like it, but you get down in a squat this way, like in my pre-surgery days, I could actually do this without having to put some weight on my hand. But if I straighten one of my legs, one, I get a good stretch, but two, when I stand up, that is my hit the tiger. Like, I wouldn't want to step any farther than that for my hip tiger. Any farther than that, and I'm overdoing it for my short little legs. Very nice, Mr. Schwinn. Yeah.
Maybe a little bit wider.
And so, I'm gonna not do it correctly, but from here, I'm down, sit back. So I would not wanna go, that's at my limit, like that was a little bit of a heave-ho for me to step out. So it's deceptive. You think you need to step super, super far, not as much as you think. And if you need,
That's a good trick to get, so people can get down to their.
it is, yes. Yep. And my Taekwondo training, what we would do is we would have to basically go from center to the side, to the other side, and back and forth to strengthen these, but also flexible these. Taekwondo also ruined my knees, so, I'm not saying that was necessarily a good thing.
Oh, you mean that was like a stretch? So you-
It was a drill, like we would get down there and have to kind of spider from side to side without hands. Any last questions about Hit the Tiger? Did that answer it a little bit? So that sinking allows you to put that foot out without sending weight with it. Because remember, what we're trying to do is we're not trying to go, and by sinking, it helps you get some distance and not put your weight into it at the same time. Yes, sir?
The arms is one and the other, is that for balance, or is it at the same time?
Yeah. The balance part comes from this out
This one.
and around. So I'm glad you asked that. But if you're focusing on really extreme foot placement, give yourself permission to kind of put these after the fact. But once you're familiar, like, okay, this is where I'm going to step. It's out and around. And then they come back as one as well. Uh-huh. All right, let's do our life skill. Full question, yes?
Yes, it's about life skills.
Okay.
What I've been doing when I put my hands out is to go like this.
That's correct. Yes, it is. Path of self-mastery requires a courageous heart. Courageous heart shows strength in the face of fear. Path of self-mastery requires a courageous heart. Courageous heart shows strength in the face of fear. Path of self-mastery requires a courageous heart. Courageous heart shows strength in the face of fear. Now to advanced, intermediate, and beginner level students, full access training is dismissed. If you stay for hours back and we shake it up, we'll do an application of some variety.
We need cloudy, get red, he's going up and down.
Oh, I'm making people seasick when I talk. Maybe drowning.
Okay, cool.
Oh, my goodness.
Not that side.
Thanks.
I think that, not
But it's push hands training tool, and it's like this bar, it's got springs connected to it, kind of in a, I don't know, like two here and two here. It's weird. But it can do this kind of motion, and go kind of like, it's got a lot of springs. And it looks really cool. I wanted to show it to Master Rome, see if he thought it would be useful. But now, if I can find it again, but I've seen it. And it's not under like a push hands type video, I saw it was something else.
I've got a chihuahua who just turned 21 in February. She's old and she's slow and I'm gonna close eye on her. She's doing okay, but she's really very up to step.
Application. Now
There's choice.
let's pick something from the first section, since we
Yeah.
have the first first here. So,
I'm gonna ask.
do you have one in mind?
No, I need to go over all of the first ones.
We go from single whip, do we go from single whip into the next technique in the first, because that's one of the applications, right?
Single whip is one.
Well, I mean, we got
So
single.
single whip and then lift hands, yeah,
Yeah.
lift hands is one. Wanna look at lift hands, or?
Sure.
So let's see, there's ward off right and left, then there's a little grass of the bird's tail, there's single whip, so that's 1, 2, 3. Lift hands is 4, white crane is 5, brush knee push is 6, playing guitar is 7, step foot down with the interception punch is 7. So,
I don't think we ever did white cranes for the length.
because it's a really dumb one, it's
Oh,
really.
okay, well, that's fine.
It's a this, and it's a this, so it's a block and a groin thing. It's just,
Remember doing
it's
that
a,
in the
it's
other
a really
place.
weird one, and we will do it, but it's, you know,
It's
you
very-
gotta be in the right frame of mind, and I'm not there today.
Very awkward.
I think of that as two attackers rather than one.
It's super
just
awkward,
easier
like,
to control.
anyway. How about lift hands? Let's do lift hands.
I always confuse lift hand and playing guitar. So.
They are radically different, so this will be good to clear it up. So, playing guitar, everyone thinks lift hands is playing guitar from the other side. It is not. So playing guitar is a deep punch, get out of the way, break an elbow. Lift hands is, hey, don't punch my face, check the elbow, pop them in the nose. So, you know, even they don't, once you understand that, it will change the way you do the form a little bit, because, you know, brush, knee, push, here's my playing guitar, I get out of the way, and I smack. In this one, it's don't hit me, strike. So, see, I mean, it ends up in the same place, but I didn't go, it's, you know. All right, so, boogie. Well, you knew facing this way, so you get one here. So, if you're trying to figure out where should you, like at what point after your single whip would you be, you would be about here. So you've done that, shift back, lower the hands. That's where I would start. Here.
If he moves over this way, it'd be better for the camera.
Okay, I'm not sure we have much people watching at
Okay.
home because they're all here now. but-
Okay. No, I'm just saying handle more.
Yep, gotta get it back, okay. All right,
Single whip, your
Yeah.
feet keep down.
just totally blew my train of thought. Okay, just totally took me out of what I was trying to do. So it is a, no.
Okay.
Yep. Because I need to block, I need to check, I need to strike.
Oh, that's right, okay, I'll take it. Okay, other
So,
side.
here I am, I've lowered, goes punch. Super slow motion. Block, check, strike. And notice what happens with this foot, one more time. So I block, strike. I don't do this and then put my foot down. The foot is what drives that little pop. So it's that 10% of weight. So I'm still on my back leg, but it's, does that make sense? So it's not a simultaneous pop. It's a little bit of a, it's got the sensation, the best way I describe the sensation is like if you hit the brakes in your car and you rock forward that little bit. So the foot is like, is what drives the hand out. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Schwinn, if I can have you with Dr. Gohring. All right. And the blues together. And then I'll have Ms. Burns with Mr. Brett.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
Okay.
I will dodge.
Just give a single whip.
Are you doing, you're the, basically, you can start neutral, or if you're coming from the form, you've done single whip and you've shifted back and you've lowered your weights.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the, yes,
I did my foot too early.
that's okay, but that was correct.
That's keeping me from watching the wall.
Yep.
And you kind of fall into it, right? That's the.
A little bit, yep. I mean, as long as you don't, yes, that's correct, as long as you don't end up like, fully weighted there, it's still.
No, just like
Yeah.
that pop.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was doing all one way.
You know, right?
Oh, yes.
And then set your right foot forward, but that was exactly correct.
Oh.
No, so you had it correct, but then when you do this,
And it's a.
that foot comes forward.
Right.
So, do it again.
I like that blocking was the first thing.
Ready?
Yes, there you go, there you go.
See how the body shifted with the foot?
Yeah, see, I'm trying to go back.
Switch forward right in, have that right forward, remember?
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't even notice.
As you come down, that's this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was thinking,
So it's one part.
I was just trying, I was trying to.
Yeah, I was trying
In this, that time, you basically use steps with block.
I'm doing the same.
Yes.
So so you stay on.
Right, no,
No, I mean, we're
Yeah.
pretty close quarters. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the theory.
I know.
Here's happening.
That one, yes.
It's not
I
translating.
know. That's why we practice.
Because that, almost that body, that is.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Get, equal.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
Good, good.
That's nice.
Question?
oh, it's,
I was saying, good to him.
I can do it. I mean, I'm not that, won't just watch for seconds.
There you go.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That is nice.
so
They come as the right in the back end.
There you
It's
go.
nice.
So, Sarah, what's this? I just pulled
Just
it
move
over.
it. No, because you're not there.
You were gonna check, just like verification, is why they on you.
There you go.
You got.
Feel it, you can do something else.
Yes.
It's really nice.
Very good, Dr. Gohring. Yeah. Make sure both people get a chance to practice. Uh-huh.
Okay, right now.
The weight shift is subtle and big.
And powerful.
Already forward.
Precise.
Uh-huh.
So the more you step, the more I can. We'll do a little further back, see if it changes. Yeah.
Not much.
It gives me more of the rotation.
Because, because the rotation. And I'm talking, just.
Really, you're ready?
She still have the force. So it's all about distance.
No, it's got, oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good in the, this is.
Do it again, check your, right hand.
And remember that you're in the back foot, the way this here, it's like how is it in the form? It's here. It's very easy to end up here. But it stays in the back foot.
Well, it's because I should have been,
That toe was helping me.
I would have forced me to put that hand up first.
So it's the rock forward.
I don't do the toes that way, I do the toe. I'm not
Okay, we do it live.
It's really weird.
Okay. There, there, yes.
Because that's the beginning of lift hands. When you lift hands, you come to the toe, and then the heel. And if I do that, I don't step.
Forward.
We come in here.
Let me see. Can I
Well,
see?
that's part of this. Okay.
That's what I'm doing, I'm hoping that's what we're doing.
The foot is correct, but it doesn't go into double dragons, it stays
And just
with the
adjust.
back leg.
I wonder.
So you put the foot forward, but you don't put your weight into it, you just,
Mmm.
it's like a little kickstand. Because remember, it's,
Obviously, it's effective, but not as effective.
it's,
This is still, this is still get out of the way.
this is lock, check, pop. So I'm, you know, my foot comes forward, but I don't,
If I don't do that.
I don't put my half shift all the way, it's just like,
Okay, sorry.
that's all right.
That's why I went
That's
back.
why I'm here. That's why we practice.
Yes. Oh,
Put your weight in your back leg, but that, your feet are exactly the right, but sit in the back leg.
But do I shift?
You don't shift.
don't shift.
You put, remember, because ting, everyone?
Ting.
So, remember in the form, like whenever you get stuck in the applications, which is like
All the time.
all the time, it's always, you can get some answers by going back to the move. So take the person out of the equation, take someone putting their fist in your face out of the equation, and where's the foot? In left hands. The left hand's foot is here. So it's very easy to inadvertently end up doing this. But go back to that form, it's here.
We were having a little discussion about the foot. Does it come up on the toe first and go out? Or
It's-
does it just kind of do that?
Once
as
you
you're
get,
stepping?
once you get comfortable with this, it's gonna be so quick
Right.
that you don't have to think, do I peel it up or do I just put it forward? You're just gonna, so, but let's take 30 seconds and let's do single whip to lift hands a couple of times. And just to reinforce that movement. So, shift back, lower the hands, and then here we are. That person throws that punch, and by lifting, I'm blocked, hey, don't hit me. And then right now, my heels come up. I check that elbow, set the heel down, strike to the face. Two more times. And again, shift back, lower the hands, and here we are ready. Hey, don't hit me in the face. Check. Strike. One last time. Shift back over the hands. Get ready. Here it comes. Lock. Check. Strike.
When you're actually doing the application, it seems to me that this hand goes way over the top of that one. Because the punch is coming through, you blocked it, and you gotta check it, and then you strike.
It does. One more time, Mr. Schwinn. You mind?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we'll bow out. So it's not, it's not over, but it is over.
So it is a bit of a block downward to hold it there. Get it out of the way, pretty much. Push down.
Do you feel like I'm pushing you down?
It kinda looks like it.
I know it does,
You gotta
but-
get the arm out of the way to hit the strike.
It's still a check.
I think what's coming is because he's got this is physics here, but when he's got momentum, he's coming forward, which automatically drives him a little bit more forward, which brings him down. So I'm not pushing, he has momentum. I'm not trying to control his punch with my block. I just and then, and so he keeps going this way, and I keep coming this way. So that's where the clearance is happening, more than me directing down.
Thank you.
Good question, yes. It does slip over the top of that, but I'm not putting any downward
Because
force
every
on
time
it.
I go forward, she checks, I'm still dropping going
That's-
forward.
Right, 'cause you're-
It's his momentum. Mhm.
Right.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and bow out. Good questions, good work. Bow to advanced, intermediate, and beginner level students. Master's Class training is dismissed.